Very good morning. In this session, now I am going to discuss about acceptance angle and critical angle and types of optical fibers. Types of optical fibers. Now, first one is acceptance angle. Acceptance angle. In previous sessions, I already completed how we are what is the difference between refraction, reflection and total internal reflection and the critical angle part is completed in last class. Okay, na? And propagation of light is also completed. In this session, the next topic is that is acceptance angle. Now I am going to discuss about acceptance angle derivation and critical angle derivation. Here, consider a step index optical fiber into which light is launched at one end. Let the refractive index of the core be N1. Here, the refractive index of this is core, this is cladding. The refractive index of this core is N1. The refractive index of the cladding is N2. Okay. Let N0 be the refractive index of the medium. This is air or medium. Medium for which the light is launched into the fiber. Here in this what is acceptance angle? A acceptance angle is the maximum angle at which the incident ray is when we are giving any incident ray through the core axis, it will enter the core, then it will after entering in the core, the ray is total internally reflected. That angle is known as acceptance angle. The maximum angle at which the total internal reflection is occurred, that is nothing but acceptance angle. Okay, next, this is the maximum angle of incidence of that a ray can make that will result in the total internal reflection is called that is acceptance angle. Here this is the maximum angle. Here this is maximum angle. When we are increasing this incident ray angle, the ray is away from the core cladding medium. This ray is away from the core cladding medium. Always the condition is N1. The refractive index of N1 is always greater than the refractive index of the refractive index of the core, that means N1, that is always greater than the refractive index of the cladding. Okay, na? Here this is the maximum angle, that is nothing but the acceptance angle. Here this is critical angle is there. This is the critical angle. The ray is goes through the core cladding interface. If it is total after the total internal reflection, the incident ray here on the particular core only, it after internal reflection the ray is goes to the particular on the, it travels only on this core only. Okay na? Now this the angle is that is nothing but, this is nothing but, here the angle is that is critical angle, that is theta c. Now here incident ray, this is our my incident ray, axis of fiber this is, and this is refracted ray. Refracted ray angle is R, incident ray angle is I, or theta I or theta R. Okay na? This is the center of this core. This is the medium. Medium refractive index is N0. The refractive index of the core is N1 and the refractive index of the cladding is N2. Here it goes to the, after the total internal reflection, the ray is within on the core only. Here the where the total internal reflection is occurred, the angle at which that angle is, that is pi. Here also the same angle is pi. Okay now this is here only the total internal reflection is occurred. Okay, this is refracted ray, this is normal cladding. Okay, now from this, now I am going to discuss about the derivation part of our numerical aperture acceptance angle. and numerical aperture and acceptance angle. From this acceptance angle only we have to calculate the numerical aperture. Now here for the analysis purpose, now I can draw the previous this diagram into analysis purpose. Now I can draw this is diagram for analysis to calculate the what is this numerical aperture and the critical angle. Now I am giving my incident ray, that is this one is my incident ray, first incident ray. The incident ray angle, now I am giving this ray I am propagating by using this core with an angle of theta 1, with an angle of here theta 1. Okay, now here that angle, it is after the total internal reflection, it will refracted within the core, it will goes to the one end to the another end. Now and one more, if suppose now I want to transmit one more ray, okay, now below of this same angle, with the same angle, one more ray now I am transmitting from here, this core only. If we are transmitting this core, now we can here we can form one cone, that is nothing but that is acceptance cone. Okay, now here after the this is my incident ray. The incident ray, it will refract some an angle. The angle is that is nothing but theta 2. Okay, now after total internal reflection, here here total internal reflection is occurred at that angle is with some angle that is pi c. Okay, now here the core refractive index is n1, the cladding refractive index is n2. Now for analysis purpose, here this is my theta, this is my incident ray with some an angle theta 1, here theta 2, the refractor ray with the angle is theta 2, and critical angle is here, actually our 90 degrees critical angle is there with some an angle here, that is the pi, here also pi. Now according to, now I am considering only for this part only. Okay, now for analysis purpose, from this now we can apply a Snell's law. N naught, here the medium air is, that is n naught sin theta 1, because here theta 1 the angle is incident ray angle theta 1, here that is incident ray angle is theta 1, that is equal to n1. Here n1 means what? Core in refractive index, n1 sin theta 2, this is theta 2. Okay, from this now this is Snell's law. From figure, what is this pi theta 2? Now here also that is theta 2 is there, some an angle, the same angle is there here theta 2. The theta 2 we can write here, actually this is 90, total angle is 90 degrees, actually this from here to here, that is total angle is 90 degrees, here with some angle is there, that is pi, here theta 2. What is theta 2? 90 minus pi only. Here now let us consider for analysis purpose only this z. Here this is z, I wrote here this is z, here the theta is there, here theta 2 is there, theta 2 is here also theta 2, here pi theta pi. Okay, now where a condition is, first condition is pi greater than of theta c, then only the total non-reflection is occurred. Okay, next one, here theta 2 is, that is nothing but what is this theta 2? 90 minus this pi. This theta 2 is, that is nothing but 90, that is pi by 2 minus of pi. Okay, now the totally here theta 2 is theta 2 plus pi is nothing but pi, theta 2 plus pi, that is nothing but pi by 2. Okay, from this we can write here what is this theta 2 is equal pi by 2 minus pi. Now you can write theta 2 value in equation number 1. Okay, what is equation number 1? N naught sin theta 1, that is equal to n1 sin theta 2. Sin theta 2, that is nothing but pi by 2 minus pi. Okay, now simplify this equation, n naught sin theta 1, n1 into sin 90 minus of theta, that is cos pi. Okay, now I can write this cos pi in the form of sin. How we can write this? Sin square pi plus cos square pi is equal 1. From this cos pi is equal 1 minus sin square of pi. Now we can substitute this cos pi value here in equation number 2. That is for critical angle, here for n1 sin theta 1, that is equal to n naught sin theta 1, that is equal to n1 under root of 1 minus of sine square of pi. For critical angle sin pi 2, that is equal to n2 by n1. We know that sin pi 2 critical angle, that is I already derived this equation in previous class. Theta c, that is equal sin inverse of n2 by n1, and substitute this equation in equation number, what is this, equation number 3 in equation number 2. Okay, now from this equation number 2, n1 sin theta 1, that is equal to n1 under root of 1 minus of this value sin pi c, that is equal to n1 square minus here n2 by n1 whole square. Then further you can simplify this n0 sin theta 1, after the simplification under root of n1 square minus n2 square, that is nothing but here what is this, numerical aperture. Generally for numerical aperture, here for air, what is the value of n0? N0 is equal to 1. Okay, from this sin theta 1 is equal to under root of n1 square minus n2 square, or else theta 1 is equal, that is nothing but sin inverse of under root of n1 square minus n2 square. This is numerical aperture formula. Okay, from this numerical aperture, now I want to calculate the acceptance angle. Acceptance angle, the maximum angle in which where the total non-reflection is occurred. The acceptance angle is theta 1. We have to calculate theta 1 is equal sin inverse of NA. NA means what is this, under root of n1 square minus n2 square. Sin inverse of under root of n1 square minus n2 square. This is acceptance angle. Now this is about acceptance angle and numerical aperture. Now I want to discuss about index difference. What is index difference? Index difference means it is the difference between the core and cladding of refractive index. It is denoted by delta of n, that is equal to n1 minus n2. It is difference between the core and cladding refractive index, that is nothing but n1 minus of n2. Now numerical, from the numerical aperture formula, now I want to calculate the index difference for numerical aperture. Okay na, sin theta 1 is equal to under root of n1 square minus n2 square. Now I can write this sin n1 square minus n2 square is in the form of a plus b minus a minus b, that is n1 minus n2 into n1 plus n2, where this n1 minus for here refractive index, if it is n1 approximately n2, then we can write n2 is equal to n1. We can write, if it is the condition is first condition n1 that is approximately is equal to n2, now I can write this n2 is equal in the form of n1. Okay na, then this n1 plus n1 is, that is equal to 2n1. This n1 minus n2, that is nothing but what is that, delta of n1. This is numerical aperture for index difference. General only index difference is under root of 2n1 into delta of n. Okay, next relative refractive index. What is that relative index, refractive index? Now I want to compare one ray refractive index with other rays, other incident rays. That is nothing but relative refractive index. The relative refractive index is, that is delta, that is equal to n1 minus n2 by n1. This is formula. Here relative reflex. Now I'm comparing this difference with n1 refractive index, this difference with n1, that is equal to, from this delta of n1 is equal to n1 minus n2. From the numerical aperture, sin theta 1 is equal to under root of n1 square minus n2 square. Now I can write this n1 square n1 minus n2 under root of n1 minus n2 into n1 plus n2. This n1 here n1 plus n2, now I can write here this is nothing but what is this difference, index difference. Now I write here only delta of n1, because now I am comparing with this n1, that's why I wrote here n1. Here also n1 plus n2, that is equal to a condition, n1 plus n2 is equal to, that is nothing but n1. N1 means n1 plus n1 is equal to n1. Now further I can simplify for this n1 from this equation. N1 square is there here, n1 into under root of 2 delta, that is nothing but numerical aperture for relative refractive index. Okay, already discussed this part. Relative refractive index. This is pi c, that is sine inverse of n, sine inverse of under root of n1 square minus acceptance angle theta. Now this is also completed. Fractional refractive index change. Fractional refractive index change means, here I already discussed here. What is this? Relative refractive index, that is nothing but fractional refractive index. The same derivation is there here also. The fractional difference delta between the refractive indices of the core and the clouding is known as the fractional refractive index change. It is given by delta is equal to n1 minus n2 by n1. Okay, the value of delta is always positive. Okay, always positive. N1 must be greater than the n2 for the total internal reflection condition. In order to guide the light ray effectively through the fiber, delta less than 1 and delta is for the order of 0.01. Okay, na? From this is the same derivation I already explained in previous session, previous slide. Okay, next, numerical aperture. From the numerical aperture also, now we have to calculate the here fractional index difference. Here also the numerical aperture Na is defined as the sine of the acceptance angle. Sine of acceptance angle, that is now in this slide now I can place here theta naught, that is a theta naught. Then from this sine theta naught, that is equal to numerical aperture n1 square minus n2 square under root Na, that is equal to n1 square minus n2 square. Okay, n1 square minus n2 square is equal to n1 plus n2 into n1 minus n2. n1 square minus n2 square, now I can written as this equation is in the form of n1 plus n2 by 2, n1 minus n2 by 2, because here this 2 to cancel, this n1 is cancelled. For to calculate the refractive index, now n1 plus n2, that is equal to, that is approximately this total value is n1. From that n1 square minus n2 square, that is equal to here n1 square minus n2 square, now I can written as this equation into is in the form of 2 n1 square into delta. From this n1 square minus n2 square, that is equal to under root of what is this, under root of 2 n1 square into delta. From Na, n1 into 2 delta. Okay, na? This is numerical aperture determines the light gathering ability of the fiber. It is a measure amount of light can be accepted by the fiber. Okay, next, here up to here, that is propagation of light rays are completed. Till now we have to derive this formulas. What is this? Index of refraction, that is n is equal to c by mu, and Snell's law is n1 sin theta 1, that is equal to n2 sin theta 2, and critical angle theta c sin inverse of n2 by n1. Acceptance angle is alpha, or theta c theta a is equal to sin inverse of sin theta, or theta, that is equal to sin inverse of under root of n1 square minus n2 square. Numerical aperture Na is equal to sin of alpha. Alpha means this is acceptance angle. Okay, now Na, that is equal for refractive index, fractional diffractive index, Na is equal to n1 into under root of 2 delta. Okay, these are the formulas till now we have to derive. The next topic is, now I am going to discuss about classifications of optical fibers. Here, this is important topic. One more topic is here in our examination point of view. They are asking types of optical fibers or classifications of optical fibers. Classification, how we can classify these optical fibers? According to here, there are three classifications are there based on refractive index profile, first classification, and based on modes, and third one is based on materials. Okay, na? First one based on the refractive index, based on the modes, and based on the materials. Based on the refractive index, then again it is dividing into two types. Two classifications are there. First one is step index fiber, and second one is graded index fiber. Okay, na? Based on index profile, here there are step index and graded index fiber. And based on the modes, here modes means how many modes we have to transmitting on the particular fiber. Modes means that is a light rays. Here step index single mode fiber. First there are three classifications are there based on mode. Three classifications are step index single mode fiber, step index multi mode fiber, graded index multi mode fiber. In graded index single mode fibers are not there. Graded index multi mode fibers. Okay, and third one is based on materials. Glass core, glass cladding fiber, plastic core, plastic cladding fiber, glass core, plastic cladding fiber. That is nothing but plastic clad silica fiber. These are the three classification based on the materials. Actually, these optical fibers are it is classified into three type basis on the three basis classifications are there. First one based on the refractive index, there are the two types. Okay, na? Based on the modes, there are the three types of fibers are there. Based on the material, there are the three types of the fibers are there. Okay, na? Now I am going to discuss first of all single index fiber and graded index fiber. Classification: step index fibers, graded index fibers. Sorry, step index fibers and the graded index fiber. Step index fiber. What is step index fiber? Step index means the total internal reflection principle is there, that is it can perform by using it in the form of step mode. Only step mode, that means like that. Here, like here, that is the only one step mode. The refractive index of the core is constant along the radial direction and sudden falls to the lower value at the cladding and core boundary. Step index fiber. Okay, na? The refractive index of the core is constant. Refractive index of the particular core is constant along the radial direction and sudden falls to the lower value at the cladding and core boundary. Okay, graded. Next one is graded index fiber. Graded index fiber means then the refractive index of the core not constant, it is always varying, but vary smoothly over diameter of the core. It has the maximum value at the center and decreases gradually towards the outer edge of the core. At the core cladding interface, the refractive index of the core matches the refractive index of the cladding. The refractive index of the cladding is constant here. Next, here step index fiber. Here step index fiber. This is core, this is cladding. Step means here like this. The total internal reflection step is in the form of step mode. Here this is total length. Here length of particular incident rays. Length of the particular incident rays. N1 is refractive index of core. N2 is refractive index of cladding. Is in the form of step mode. Okay, na? Graded index fibers means is in the form of total is in the form of grades mode. That like it is bending. It is not step like it not looks like step mode. Okay, na? Some bending is there. Okay. Next one. Classifications are there. Here classification basing on the modes of light propagation. There are two modes are there. First one is single mode fiber and multi mode fiber. In single mode fiber has a smaller core diameter and can support only one mode of propagation, single mode fiber. Okay, and multi mode fiber. Multi mode fiber means a multi mode fiber has a large core diameter and supports a number of modes, n number of the modes. There is one more mode is which is also multi mode is graded index fiber. Multi mode graded index fiber modes. These are the classification by using modes. Classifications on third classification is on the basis of material. Basis on the material, the classification deals with the materials used to core and cladding. What are the materials we have to make a particular fiber, that is of core or particular core, which type of the material we are using, and the cladding which type of the material we are using. Okay, na? The optical fibers under these considerations are classified into three categories. First one is glass core, glass cladding fibers. Plastic core, plastic cladding fiber. PCS meant that is polymer, that is plastic core and glass core, plastic cladding fiber. Or else plastic core, glass cladding fibers. Okay. Next, three types of fibers are there. First one is single mode. These are about classifications are there. Now I am going to three types of the fibers are there. Single mode step index fiber. In the single mode step index fiber, now I am transmitting only one ray. Single mode step index fiber. Okay na, this is step is in the form of step. And in the single mode step index fiber, the diameter of the cladding is 125 micrometers. The diameter of the core is 8 to 12 micrometers. Okay. Next, structure. Coming to the structure of single mode step index fiber. A single mode step index fiber has a very thin core of diameter of 8 micrometer to 12 micrometers. It is usually made of, the material is important here, made of germanium doped silicon. Okay na? The core is surrounded by the thick cladding of lower refractive index. The cladding is composed of silica lightly doped with phosphorus dioxide. Okay na? The external diameter of the cladding is of the order of 125 micrometers. The fiber is surrounded by the opaque protective strip. Okay, the refractive index of the fiber changes suddenly at the core clad boundary. Next, the variation of the refractive index of a step index fiber as a function of radial distance or difference be mathematically proved by n of r is equal to, that is n of r is equal to n1 for r less than a incident core is equal to n2 r greater than a in cladding. What is this r and a? R is radial distance from the fiber axis. Radial distance from the fiber axis, and core a means core radius. N1 is refractive index of core and N2 is refractive index of cladding. Next, propagation of light in single mode fibers. Light travels in single mode fiber along a single path, that is along the axis. That is along the axis here. I already here. This is along the axis shown in figure. Okay. It's a zero order mode that is supported by single mode fibers. Both delta and numerical aperture are very small for single mode fibers. This small value is obtained by reducing the fiber radius and by making delta to be small. The low numerical aperture means low acceptance angle. Therefore, light coupling into the fiber becomes different. Costly lasers are used needed to launch the light into the single mode fibers. Okay. Next, multi-mode step index fiber. Multi-mode step index fiber, at a time now I am transmitting into two rays here, two light rays. Here the area of the particular core is 2a. Okay, the core area is 50 to 100 micrometers as compared to that core diameter. Here multi-mode step index fiber core is more. Okay na? And cladding diameter is 125 to 400 micrometer. Okay, coming to structure. Here in this figure, here there are three configurations are there. First one is, first it's refractive index profile. Refractive index profile, and second one is ray paths and typical dimensions. Three types of in this figure it shows the refractive index and what is this, ray paths and typical dimensions. A multi-mode step index fiber is very much similar to the single mode step index fiber, except that its core is of larger diameter. The core diameter of the order of the 50 to 100 micrometers, which is large compared to the wavelength of light. The external diameter of cladding is 150 to 250 micrometers. Okay, this is structure. Now then, in this multimode fibers, how the light is propagated. In multimode step index fiber allows finite number of guided modes. The direction of polarization, alignment of electric and magnetic fields will be rays different in rays of different modes. Many zigzag paths of propagations are permitted in a multimode fibers. The path length along the axis of the fiber is shorter, while the other zigzag paths are larger. Okay, the lower order modes are reach the end of the fiber early, while the higher order modes are reach after some time delay. What is lower order modes, what is higher order modes, I will discuss in next slide. Types of modes. Here there are two types of modes are there. The modes that are propagate at an angle close the critical angles close to critical angle pi c are higher order modes. Okay, the modes that propagate with that an angle larger the critical angle are lower order modes. Depending on these modes only, we have to receiving at the receiver side, which mode is we have to receiving early, which mode is we are to receiving it slowly. In case of lower order modes, the fields are concentrated near the center of the fiber. In case of higher order modes, the fields are distributed more towards the edge of the waveguide. This mode of tend to send light energy into the cladding. This energy is lost ultimately, and the higher order modes have travels longer paths, and hence it take larger time than the lower order modes to cover a given length of the fiber. The higher order modes arrive at the output end of the fiber later than the lower order modes. Okay, these are higher order modes and lower order modes. These are where is higher order mode and lower order mode. Here this is lower order modes. Okay, these are higher order modes. This is zero order modes. There is no modes. Zero order. When we are giving a light ray, particular core, the middle of the core, it travels from the transmitter to the receiver. Next, graded index fiber. Graded index fiber means the incident ray, we cannot find the total internal reflection. Okay, now the graded index, the rays are is in the form of graded form. That means graded means here we cannot say that how many times it can occur there on the particular total internal reflection. Okay, from this graded index fiber, like this here, this is graded index fiber, zigzag manner, like here, like this. This is graded index structure. From this we have to calculate n of r, that is n1 into under root of 1 minus of 2 delta into r by a whole to the power of alpha for r greater than a. Inside for n2 r, sorry, r less than a, n2 for r greater than a for cladding. These are propagation of light in single mode fiber. How the light is propagated in single mode fiber. And this is graded index fiber, graded index like this, graded index fiber. Okay, these are types of classifications of optical fibers. Okay, thank you.